Good evening. The City Council will now convene Thursday, October 10th, 2024, to hold our regular council meeting. Public participation to this meeting is provided in person and remotely via Zoom in accordance with Mass General Law. This meeting is being broadcast by Peabody TV. Remote participation can be accessed through the Zoom link on the city website. This meeting is also being recorded by the City Council stenographer. Please join me in a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance. Councilors, you heard the motion by Councilor Gould. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Councilors, this evening I just wanted to recognize we have two members of Troop 59 here. They are working to earn their citizen and community badge. So I just wanted to recognize Violet Burns and Jackson Williams. Thank you for joining us. If there's anything we can ever do to help you, please let us know. Councilors, if there's no objection, I'll take a motion under suspension of the rules to receive 7C out of order.
Moved.
You heard the motion. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam President. Good evening to you. Good evening, councilors. Hope everybody's doing well. Very happy to bring forward a couple of appointments today. First one I want to mention is Sharon Cameron. Obviously, Sharon's done, I think, an amazing job for the city, and we wanted to move her forward. This comes up, for some reason, she has a different appointment date than the large majority of the city department heads, but I wanted to certainly bring her forward for another term. And we have two Peabody citizens that have already been a part of helping the city in numerous ways over the years, but wanted to formally bring them forward for a couple of commissions in the city. First is Celeste Sullivan. You have Celeste's resume, a very impressive professional history on operations and efficiency and management. She's already volunteered her time working over at the cemetery, helping our previous foreman Taylor with a number of project beautification issues, and I think she'll be an excellent addition to the Cemetery Commission. I did want to recognize Harry Schwartz. Harry was a longtime member of the Cemetery Commission. He's moving, and that we created the vacancy to bring Celeste forward. And Celeste is here today. I can bring her up to welcome her, and I'm very happy to bring her forward as a member of the, or a soon-to-be member of the Cemetery Commission.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Ms. Sullivan, would you like to speak?
Hi, my name is Celeste Sullivan. I live at 5 Trophin Lane. Cedar Grove Cemetery is very near and dear to my heart because both of my parents and my son are there. So I visit them on a daily basis. And it's just a beautiful, peaceful, quiet, safe place. And I would like it to continue to be that way. So when I heard there was going to be an opening on this commission, I really wanted to jump in and volunteer. So I'd like to thank you all for your consideration and your time, and have a good night. And thank you.
Thank you. Are there any councilors with any questions or comments? Councilor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. I'd just like to thank Celeste for coming forward to do this. Another wonderful Ward 2 resident, and I'd be happy to make a motion when the time is right.
Are there any other councilors? Seeing none, Councilor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. Move to approve the appointment of Celeste L. Sullivan, 5 Trophin Lane, Peabody, Mass. 01960, position of Cemetery Commissioner for a 2-year term to expire December 31st, 2025. I'm going to take the other two.
I believe we have another, if you want to include Sharon Cameron, but we do have the other appointee here.
Motion will also include Sharon Cameron, 75 Lakeshore Road, Peabody, Mass. 01960, to the position of Human Services Director, term to expire September 30th, 2025, for a 1-year term. So moved.
Councilors, you heard the motion. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Councilors Turco,
Yes.
Rossignol,
Yes.
Welton,
Yes.
Gamache,
Yes.
McGinn,
Yes.
Gould. Daigle.
Yes.
Manning Martin. Higgins.
Yes.
Peach.
Yes.
Motion carries 10-0.
Congratulations, Celeste. Mr. Mayor?
Thank you. And I wanted to bring forward for a position on the Historical Commission, Kevin Vinagro. Many of you know Kevin, lifelong Peabody resident. He's been involved in a number of volunteering for the city, coaching, and certainly has been involved in a number of historical projects working with the Historical Commission, the Peabody Historical Society. They know him very well, and I wanted to bring him forward as an appointment to the Historical Commission. I think he'll do an excellent job and be a great representative for the city's history. I did want to mention he's taking the position of John Andruskevich. Many of you knew Mr. Andruskevich. Mr. Andruskevich passed away a few months ago. He did a tremendous job on the board, and he's missed. And but I think Kevin will do an excellent job filling those very big shoes.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Vinagro?
Sorry. My name is Kevin Vinagro. I live at 3 Emery Street. I've been on the Historical Society for about a year and a half, and I got interested and this opportunity arose, and I wanted to do it. So thank you for the opportunity.
Do any councilors have any questions or comments? Councilor Gould?
Thank you, Kevin, for offering your time. I know the Vinagro family puts a lot of time and effort into helping the city of Peabody, and I just want to commend you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Madam Chair, I'm ready to make a motion when you have time.
Any other councilors with comments? Councilor Daigle?
Thank you, Madam President. I just want to say thank you, Kevin. I've already thought you were on this commission because we've worked together on a bunch of historical capacities, so thank you for your service and your willingness to continue to do so. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other councilors? Seeing none, Councilor Gould.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam President, I'd like to move forward on the mayor's recommendation to appoint Kevin Vinagro, 3 Emery Street, Peabody, Mass., as Historical Commission alternate member, term starting in 12/31/2025, a 2-year term. So moved, Madam Chairwoman.
Councilors, you heard the motion. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Councilors Turco.
Yes.
Rozignol.
Yes.
Welton. Yes. Gamache.
Yes.
McGinn.
Yes.
Gould. Daigle.
Yes.
Manning Martin. Yes. Higgins.
Yes.
Peach.
Yes.
Motion carries 10-0.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, councilors.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Moving on to our hearings this evening. We have one on the agenda, hearing 4A, Class 2 motor vehicle license transfer. The clerk will read the notice.
Notice is hereby given that the City Council of the City of Peabody will conduct a public hearing on Thursday evening, October 10th, 2024, at 7:30 p.m. in the Frank L. Wigan Auditorium, 24 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass., and remotely via Zoom on the application from Argelia Mata, DBA Express Motor Group, Inc., 98 Foster Street, Peabody, Mass., requesting the transfer of a Class 2 motor vehicle license from Jean Machado, 98 Foster Street, Peabody, Mass. For remote participation using the Zoom platform, please visit www.peabody-ma.gov. Under Calendar on the homepage, or contact the City Clerk's office. Peabody City Council, Councilor Stephanie R. Peach, City Council President.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Will the applicant please approach the podium? Just state your name and your address for the record, please.
Good evening. My name is Escardi Lismara. My address is 300 Canal Street, Lawrence, Massachusetts, and I'm here representing Express Motor Group, 98 Foster Street, for a Class 2 dealership.
Thank you. Is there anyone here this evening to speak in favor of this application? Just approach the podium and state your name and your address for the record, please.
I am Gene Machado. I'm the owner of the real estate there and former owner of the business.
Thank you. Is there anyone else here this evening to speak in favor of the application? Is there anyone on Zoom? If you're on Zoom, just raise your hand if you'd like to comment. Is there anyone here to speak against this application? Anyone on Zoom? Seeing none, Councilor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. Under suspension of the rules, move to receive late communications 1, 2, 3, and 6 and refer to this matter. So moved.
Councilors, you heard the motion to receive the 4 late communications and refer them to this hearing. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Councilor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. This license last transferred in October of 2019. There was an administrative issue in the clerk's office at the time, and due to that, the number of vehicles and the conditions associated with the Class 2 license transfer didn't attach properly to the license issued and then subsequently renewed. So late communication 2 is an email from the clerk to the applicant explaining that issue. Late communication 1 is an abutter letter that explains problems that the residents of the condominiums at 107 Foster Street have had with car deliveries to this business. Sergeant Harkins and I met with the applicant's daughter, Ms. Scardi Liz Marta, who's here this evening. We also met with one of her associates, Mr. Rerick, who's also here this evening, regarding the transfer requests. Ms. Marta is involved with the business, but she's actually representing her mother, Ms. Angelina Marta, who's out of the country dealing with a family illness. So at the meeting, we discussed the need to comply with the correct parking plan, which is the plan dated October 9th, 2019, and that's included in late 2. We also discussed the need for them to develop a car delivery plan, and that would be to avoid problems created with their neighbors at 107 Foster Street. So the complaint letter that we got, which is late communication 1, they need to comply with condition 4 of the existing license that states that there shall be no loading or unloading of vehicles on Foster Street, and that they need to be in compliance with ordinance section 19-48, which is the car carrier ordinance, which all councilors are familiar with now. Ms. Marta agreed to all this and subsequently provided a plan for car deliveries, which is covered in late communication 3. And Sergeant Harkins reviewed the plan, and late communication 6 is the police department's acceptance of that plan. So with the applicant's commitment to comply with both the correct parking plan and the submitted vehicle drop-off plan, I'm supportive of the application. And with that, I would defer to other councilors.
Are there any other councilors that would like to speak on this application? Seeing none, I just have one comment. Councilor McGinn, in late 6, I would have called you, but we got this today. I believe, and won't be addressed in your motion now, but if someone on my behalf could, I believe I made a motion multiple times now to get some sort of response from the building commissioner, because while I understand we don't want to block public roadways with delivering of cars, every time we approve one of these in a different ward, the cars are being delivered and unloaded in Ward 3. I have not gotten a response on my motions on clarifying storage and unloading of cars in the IL, which Willard Street is in. So if someone could make that motion on my behalf later this evening, I would appreciate that. Councilor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President, and definitely sensitive to that. Also eagerly awaiting that response from the building commissioner. But lacking that, I'm working with the direction that we're getting from the police department. So, move to close the public hearing.
Councilors, you heard the motion. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Councilor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. move to approve the application from Agelia Mata, doing business as Express Motor Group, 98 Foster Street, Peabody, Mass., requesting the transfer of Class II motor vehicle license from Jean Machado, 98 Foster Street, Peabody, Mass., with the following conditions: limit of 18 unregistered motor vehicles on the premises at any time for sale or not for sale, sold or not sold, or in for repair. Hours of operation shall be 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Sunday. Parking shall be in accordance with the 98 Foster Street, Peabody, Mass. Plan dated October 9th, 2019, and as received by the City Council on October 10th, 2024, as part of late communication 2. There shall be no loading or unloading of vehicles on Foster Street. Applicant shall comply with the vehicle drop-off plan received by City Council on October 10th, 2024, as part of late communication 3. Any signage or facade changes shall comply with the Peabody Downtown Design Standards Foster/Walnut Street Subdistrict. So moved.
Councilors, you heard the motion. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Councilors Turco,
Yes.
Rozignol,
Yes.
Welton,
Yes.
Gamache,
Yes.
McGinn,
Yes.
Gould,
Yes.
Daigle.
Yes.
Manning Martin. Higgins.
Yes.
Peach.
Yes.
Motion carries 10-0.
Congratulations. Councilors, moving on to reports of committee. We have ICD. Councilor Gould.
Thank you, Madam President. Very, very, very lengthy discussion tonight in regards to the, what's the formal name for it? The MBTA expansion and housing. Present was myself, Councilor Daigle, Councilor Manning Martin, Councilor McGinn, Councilor Turco, and all other councilors were in attendance other than Councilor Welton. Councilor Melville. So again, presentation was made by Community Development Director Kurt Bellavance. There was a lengthy discussion which involved all councilors. Discussion also involved the mayor. All councilors were in agreement that they need more details. A motion was made by Councilor Manning Martin to keep it in committee, and it passed 5-0. So moved, Madam President. I bring this before the full council.
Councilor, I don't think we need a motion to keep it in committee, so just...
To report of progress. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to the Finance Committee, Councilor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. Finance Committee met earlier this evening. Present for the committee were Councilors Gamache, Gould, Manning Martin, Turco, and myself as chair. There was one item on the agenda, Rideshare Transportation Enhancement Trust, amount of $68,387.30. The item was presented to us by Mr. Bellavance, Director of Community Development, and indicated that these are monies that are collected by the from the ride fee that's charged to ride-sharing services such as Uber and Lyft. They make an annual payment to the city, and the request was to use that money for matching funds targeted for the Peabody multi-use path projects. They were recently awarded a grant of $500,000, but there was a requirement for some matching, and they wanted to use this as a funding source. With that as an explanation, Councilor Gould made the following motion: move to appropriate Rideshare Transportation Enhancement Trust, account number 2500000358835, and an amount of $68,387.30. Madam Chair, Madam President, excuse me, that motion passed the committee unanimously. I now bring it for consideration of the full council. So moved.
Councilors, you heard the motion. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Yes.
Rozignol.
Yes.
Welton.
Yes.
Gamache.
Yes.
McGinn.
Yes.
Gould.
Yes.
Daigle.
Yes.
Manning Martin.
Yes.
Higgins.
Yes.
Peach.
Yes.
Motion carries 10-0.
Councilor McGinn.
That completes the report, Madam President.
Thank you, Councilor. Moving on to motions, orders, and resolutions, Councilor Turco.
Thank you, Madam President. Under suspension of the rules, move to receive item 8B, the election warrant.
Motion to approve. Receive and approve.
Motion to approve.
Yes.
Yes, I thought I said that. I didn't.
Councilors, you heard the motion to receive and approve 8B, which is the election warrant. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Stacy's going to walk that around for signature now. Councilor Turco.
Thank you, Madam President. Under suspension of the rules, move to receive and approve item 9A, taxi driver's license, Dennis Fry, license 8, Elsie Simeon's license 9.
Councilors, you heard the motion to receive and approve 9A. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Councilor Turco.
Under suspension of the rules, on your behalf, Madam President, move to receive and approve, all papers being in order, item late 4 for the block party at Roland Road.
Councilors, you heard the motion to receive and approve late 4. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Councilor Turco.
And if you would like to give me the verbiage, I would love to make your motion to the building commissioner regarding, is it a decision from the building commissioner on the storage of unused vehicles or used vehicles?
Yeah, so I had looked for a decision on the storage and the offloading of vehicles in the IL zone, as I didn't see it as a allowed use specifically. So what his interpretation would be, as that's what we've been doing.
Okay. So the motion would be for an interpretation from the building commissioner on whether the offloading of used vehicles in the IL district is acceptable under zoning.
Councilors, you heard the motion. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Councilor Turco.
Thank you, Madam President, and I'd like to move to receive item late 5 and defer to you, Madam President.
Thank you, Councilor Turco. Councilors, late 5 is a resolution. We adopted a very similar resolution last year. Many are aware that October is for Halloween and for breast cancer awareness, but October is also globally recognized as Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. This is an issue and a topic very near and dear to my heart and my family's heart. You were so kind to adopt and let it be known to the residents of Peabody that this council and the mayor acknowledge that this is an issue that touches many families, and to extend our heartfelt condolences and compassion to the residents who have experienced such loss. So I won't read the entire resolution, but the motion would be, I don't want to read the whole thing. Very emotional. I believe the motion is to support the resolution proclaiming October 2024 to be Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month, and October 15th, 2024 to be Pregnancy and Infant Loss Remembrance Day.
So moved.
Councilors, you heard the motion. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam President. One last motion. That would be a motion to Forestry to trim the tree at 94 Linfield Street. And that's a co-motion with Council Walton.
Councilors, you heard the motion. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Councilor Turco.
No further motions. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilor Rossignol.
No motions this evening. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Councilor Welton.
Thank you, Madam President. No motions this evening. Just want to thank Peabody Police and DPS for addressing the speed signs that are in Ward 1, both on Lynn Street and on Bartholomew Street. Additionally, I want to thank Sergeant Jim Harkins for helping with a number of trucks that were traveling in a no truck zone on Bartholomew Street. I know that that's a hot issue, particularly for some residents down there. So very much appreciate Sergeant Jim Harkins helping with that. And that is all.
Thank you, Councilor. Councilor Gamache.
No motions at this time, thank you.
Thank you. Councilor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. On the suspension of the rules, move to receive item 7A and refer to finance. So moved.
Councilors, you heard the motion on 7A. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Councilor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. On the suspension of the rules, move to receive item 7B and refer to finance. So moved.
Councilors, you heard the motion on 7B. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Councilor McGinn.
Madam President, would you like me to take 10A and B on your behalf?
Sure, thank you.
Under suspension of the rules, move to receive item 10A and adopt as advertised. So moved.
Councilors, you heard the motion to receive 10A and adopt as advertised. And for the people at home, this is the Gardner Road ordinance that myself and Councilor Gould worked very hard on. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Councilors Turco,
Yes.
Rozignol,
Yes.
Welton.
Yes.
Gamache.
Yes.
McGinn.
Yes.
Gould.
Yes.
Daigle.
Yes.
Manning Martin.
Yes.
Higgins.
Yes.
Peach.
Yes.
Motion carries 10-0.
Councilor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. And suspension of the rules, move to receive item 10B and adopt as advertised. So moved.
Councilors, you heard the motion to receive and adopt as advertised 10B. Just for those at home, this is just a cleanup of our ordinances that had, it was a Fulton Street, which is a one-way street going in the wrong direction. Are there any questions on the motion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Councilors Turco,
Yes.
Rozignol.
Yes.
Welton.
Yes.
Gamache.
Yes.
McGinn.
Yes.
Gould. Daigle.
Yes.
Manning Martin.
Yes.
Higgins.
Yes.
Peach.
Yes.
Motion carries 10-0.
Councilor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. I'm looking at 8C. I think, through to Councilor Rozignol, 10C, I'm sorry, 8C, excuse me. Great. I will let that go then. Thank you. No further motions.
Thank you, Councilor McGinn. Councilor Gould.
No motions, Madam President. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Daigle.
Thank you, Madam President. Go ahead, Councilor Gould.
Madam President, did you have a motion you wanted made, and I will...
No, I'm okay, thank you.
All set. Thank you.
Councilor Daigle.
Thank you, Madam President. No motions. I do want to let everyone at home know that on October 23rd, there will be a Nightmare on Main Street trick-or-treating for families sponsored by downtown businesses, and I believe City Hall will be participating. So all are welcome. I think it's a parent-teacher night, but if you can come between 4 and 6 p.m., bring the kids, wear a costume. I'm going to bring my broomstick and give out some tricks and treats in front of City Hall. So I hope to see you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. Councilor Manning Martin.
No motions. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Higgins.
Have we received 8A?
We have not.
Okay. Under suspension of the rules, I'd like to receive item 8A. So moved.
Councilors, you heard the motion to receive 8A. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Madam Chair, Madam President, if I could, I think we want to put that in a committee that's appropriate. It's talking about the proper disposal of American flags. And we want to move forward on that if we could. So I don't know the best committee to have that in. Sorry, Councilor Higgins, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Councilor, I would recommend we put it into the Public Services Committee, as the recommendation is to have DPS participate in helping us out with this. So
That would be great. Thank you.
Councilor, if you could make a motion just to refer this to the Public Services Committee.
Yes, I'd like to add to the motion to refer to the Public Services Committee. So moved.
Councilors, you heard the motion. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Councilor Higgins.
Yes, under suspension of the rules, I'd like to receive item 8C and refer to Legal Affairs. So
Councilors, you heard the motion on 8C. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Councilor Higgins.
I have no further motions, but I'd like to make a comment. I'd like to thank the folks from Aggregate Industries who reside in Ward 6. They volunteered their time. They had about 20 employees come out to the Burke School, and they did a general cleanup of the school. Leaf raking, leaf blowing was quite a crew. And they put down new mulch and some Halloween decorations, so they really spruced it up. They also moved on over to the high school, to the 9/11 Memorial, and they did a cleanup over there as well. So I'd really like to appreciate and give a shout out to those folks for volunteering, not only their Saturday, but their families also showed up. There were a lot of kids there too, so it was much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. Anything else this evening, councilors? Now I'll take a motion to adjourn. We are adjourned.